Wow. What up, YouTube? It's your boy C for 3. I'm back with another video. Basketball and astrology and motion. Bam, bam, I do this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm here to tell y'all why Leo season is the season of truth. Welcome to the video. Today is August 2nd, smack dab in Leo season. The sun is right at 8 degrees, 9 degrees. We're about to go into the second decan of Leo. So welcome, especially all my Leo people, all others who want to know about the season. Welcome to the summer. Things have been good. Things have been active. Things have been fiery, to say the least. So, I'm not going to waste no time. I'm about to hop right into why Leo is the season of truth. I'm a Leo, so I feel this video personally. I speak truth, and I speak for most Leo people when it comes to this video. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, hope y'all been having a good summer. Hope y'all been processing all the emotions and all the energy and all the ups and downs that we can experience through astrology, through the zodiac. As now we're smack dab in the middle of Leo season. All my August Leos, y'all up deck next. I'm in July Leo, July 24th Leo. Shout out to all of y'all who might have reached out for me for my birthday, telling me happy birthday, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, now we're in Leo season. This is the fixed fire sign. You know what I'm saying? So any of y'all know anything about fire? And I actually have a Leo lighter right here. You know what I'm saying? Leo, regal, kind, confident. That's us in a nutshell. Regal, kind, confident. All these things encompass the truth that you can see this season, right? It's a fixed fire sign, right? Bam. How many of y'all know about, fire signs, right? Fiery, confident, like the lighter says, confident, be bold. You can see things in fire sign, right? It's a perfect example of that. When the sun goes down, when the sun falls daily, when you experience darkness, we can't see as much. If I was shooting this video in the dark, I'd probably have to turn on my car light. You know what I'm saying? So fire signs, by definition, we bring light to situation. All my Leo people, all my Aries people, all my Sagittarius people, right? We bring things to the light, Now, the difference between Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, all these signs are fiery. All of us may speak blunt truth, harsh truth. Any of y'all who follow me on Facebook, I speak about harsh truth a lot, right? Aries move a little bit quicker. In March, you can see some truth in March, but bam, 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 before you know it, it's Taurus season. Aries get out of there. A lot of people are dealing with the super, super, super heaviness of Pisces when it comes to Aries. And Sagittarius is mutable, so you can have different mini truths hidden at the same time that have been revealed throughout the year. And Sagittarius, once we get the mutable fire. But when it comes to fixed fire, like Leo, you're smack dab in the middle of the fire. You're smack dab in summer. You wake up, it's hot. You go to sleep, it's probably still hot. It's hot, 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 hot. Even at nighttime, the truth is on your ass. That Leo, that sun, that power is on your ass, right? Days tend to be a little bit longer in Leo season, right? Once you fall into the fire of Leo season, you kind of don't have nowhere to stay. It's like a fireplace. We're burning shit up consistently. Truth bomb, truth bomb, truth bomb, truth bomb, truth bomb. That's why July and August are very hot days. It's like no escape. Even at night sometimes, it's still hot, So also, with that being said, Leo being a fixed fire sign, those who know deeper and advanced astrology, any of y'all who want astrology work, tap in with me. I have prices, $15 per month if you want me to be your astrologer. And then I do a one-time birth chart, which is $25 for the one-time birth chart, right? I go through your birth chart, sun sign, moon sign, Venus sign, Mercury sign, Jupiter, Saturn, all that good stuff. Break you down, give you a detail-oriented summarization of your life, personal video, personal written, personal audio, all for $25, right? A lot of people like that. Tap in with me. But deeper astrology about Leo, the Leo psychology. Leos, we get that thing, go back to my lighter right here. regal. Being regal is about being seen. It's about knowing you're revered, right? Knowing that you have the Renaissance energy of kings and queens from past, right? Regal, king and queen energy, trying to do what's right. Like literally, when I think about the word regal, is something of the top grade, top honor. You know, regal type basketball players, right? Regal astrology, regal workers, you know, something that's something that's so good it makes you feel like the good old times, or this is the truth that's talking about of old, right? This is the righteousness of old. This is the Lion of Judah, for lack of better words, right? So Leos are used to being on that stage where Leos know we're being seen, you know, and it's because it's a fixed sign. We're born in the summer. You want to talk about the 5th house. Leo rules also the 5th house per astrology. 5th house deals with games, having fun, being seen, movies, drama, casual dating, all these things that come after the 4th house of Cancer. It's like after you do all the family structure, kids, Gemini, mom and dad energy, Cancer energy, dealing with family, lineage, generational blessings or curses. Watch some of my videos about Cancer on my channel. We get to Leo season, and this is one of the, you still dealing with the psychology of the under the horizon signs, which are more self-sufficient than the over the horizon signs, which deal with creating ideals for the collective. Leo is when you start to break out of the family dynamic from Cancer, right? You stop worrying about grandma's old trials and great grandpa's old dealings that might have affected you, and you start to come into how you can start your own stage, right? Which is why Leo deals with dating, trying to see who you can start making that collective conscious connective with, right? Putting yourself out there, being bold, confident. This is where you get the confident and boldness for Leo to stand on your own too. You know, be regal, roar, and say, I'm this type of person. Me, for example, I'll use me as a Leo. You know, stand on that stage and say, I am this type of basketball player. I'm a 3-point shooter, you know, hence seed for a 3, right? I'm going to do my game. I'm confident in my skills. I'm confident in the work I put in. I'm confident in who my family made me. My personal trials since Aries, right? My personal growth since Taurus, the personal work I put in, and the personal conversations with Gemini, right? You get all these combinations meant to fix fire. Now you're ready to stand your own, you know, solid flame, you know? So you can see a lot of truth. That's why it's the truth. You stand on your truth, right? People standing on their truth ends up, you know, we get to Sagittarius, collective truth. So Leo is the season of truth because you can't really lie. Everybody has known what they've been through personally in 2026 right now, right? A lot of people had to fight their way through the darkness to even get here through 2026, right? Who knows how dark it's been for people, right? And with that being said, let's talk about the stories that have been coming out in Leo season, the season of truth, right? The Nolan Wells story, the COVID-19 vaccine, right? The truth about LeBron James going to Philadelphia. A lot of channels have broke that down. Even I knew that, right? Based on certain rituals that are done in the background. But we're at this time now, even the people who used to promote COVID are giving Kyrie Irving a fucking apology. And people like me and other truthers, we know what that Kyrie double sword stood for. So basically what I'm saying, there's a lot of truth coming out in Leo season. Either you see it or you're a person that's turning a blind eye to the truth and you're just looking away from it, right? Most people know Nolan Wells was murdered by that group of white guys, ritual sacrifice. You know, it's so much story, so much evidence is coming up now that story isn't getting national attention like they did to Energy Harvest on the 4th of July, right? Big energy harvest, right? And this is how you understand when something is an energy harvest, is when you cannot generate positive energy about the positive side of a story, right? Anything that's negative gets that front headlines, especially when the government does it, certain media outlet does it, things that they know that's going to grab people attention up front. You know, those things are energy harvest, because when the truth comes out about the Nolan Wells stories and new info, it's not promoted or pushed as much because the harvest has already been done. The fear, the mass manipulation, right? Just like COVID, right? I feel like it was such a big story to show us the numbers during COVID of people dying, people killing. The numbers were staggering. It kept us inside. And during that time, I'm like, yo, COVID's a scam. A lot of my social media platforms were being taken down, speaking out, you know. And I'm a Leo, and we're back in Leo season. It's too hot outside, right? It is way too hot to be lying to people. It's almost like the universe, the Matrix, whoever's playing these games, whoever running things, they're putting the truth in people's face, but they're hoping that people still don't realize what's the game, right? So, you know, God controls everything. That's what they don't want you to know. So you're going to see the truth. The truth always comes out to life. You have to be smart enough to stay in the game to see the truth. Like, literally, life is a video game. You have to finish that level to see the truth of that level, right? You have to beat that boss to see the truth of how weak they was or what you needed to do. For even basketball purposes, the truth is some players are better than others, but you don't see that until one person gets traded. You don't see that until one person gets hurt or one person gets minutes to prove themselves, right? The truth is in your face, just like COVID-19. People who didn't get that shot and they were saying we were crazy, and it was like, yo, that's a big government psyop, cancer season. Big scare people, cancer season, dealing with cancer. It's funny, ain't it funny how after cancer season, after a cancerous disease or cancerous mindset that caused low vibration fear mindset, after cancer season, Leo, Regal, the season of truth, you hear these stories coming on about COVID was a scam, Fauci want to plead the fifth, and you know, it's dying off. That was 6 years ago, right? God's people are waking up, right? Things are being exposed, right? The devil know his time is short. Leo season proves it every time. And get too hot, hell is hot. Hell is the truth, right? Like, do y'all not understand heaven's gates and hell's flames, right? Used to watch that back in the day in Louisiana, right? Hell's hot. Can you survive that fire? You know, Leo people know we have to get through things, right? Get through the fire of life. The fire tests everything, right? I mean, honestly, if you're not healthy, you're not going to really make it through Leo season spiritually, physically, or mentally. This season tests people, right? It tests your patience when you're with people in the hot sun. It tests your patience when you're working out in the hot sun, right? It tests your patience to get through life if you don't have no air conditioning, right? You got to get out and make your living in the sun like most men have to. Even the winter tests people. So every season has this test, but this is the season of truth. You can see it all day and night, you know. It's not emotional time like cancer. Leo comes and evaporates those tears, evaporates those emotional lies, emotional manipulations. Leo hits you with truth. That's why I think and I feel and I know that hell is real. Heaven's gates and hell's flames, right? Nothing can survive fire. If you're talking elements, you know, earth, wind, water, fire, right? All my Avatar people, Naruto people, watch that stuff, right? I watch Dragon Ball Z. Even Dragon Ball Z, flame on Super Saiyan, right? You play 2K, you catch on fire. Something about that fire, righteous fire, and then hell's fires, you know? And then God made the hell's fire to burn, unite, getting through this. The truth shall prevail, you know? And even you talk about the sign of Leo. Don't y'all see this lion on here? Don't y'all see this Leo? Don't y'all know Jesus is called the Lion of Judah? And that's in the book of Revelation. Revelation is short for what will be revealed. Things will be revealed. This is the year of Genesis, but last year was the year of Revelation. Check my videos on YouTube. They're all there. I don't care about my views. If I change one person's life, like I said in my very first video, I'm successful. Basketball, astrology-wise. So I know who I am, spiritually ranked, right? Jesus, the Lion of Judah, but also the Lamb. That lets you know. Real people who are really understand this astrology work and what's going on, spiritual warfare, what I teach. You know, yes, we're humble. Yes, we're the lamb. Yes, we sacrifice for people. But sometimes it's time to fight and defend and fight for the truth and fight for honor in a regal and righteous way. This season brings that here. We got Stephen A. Smith apologizing to Kyrie Irving. Because everybody knows you should have not put that in your body. If you had the Holy Spirit, it was going to be sensitive to anything of that type of manipulation. Leo seasons. This is the season of truth. Cannot lie. If you try, if you're a liar in Leo season, it doesn't work. The truth will come out in some type of ways, right? Men lie to themselves. Women lie to themselves. Don't even lie to yourself. That full moon that just passed, don't lie to yourself. It's not the time to lie. You know, you make a lie to others, but you can't lie to yourself and you can't lie to God. That's the truth. That's the fire. You know, in astrology, Leo deals with your heart and your back. The things that support everything. That's why it says God judges what's in your heart. Leo sign talking. The Lion of Judah could see what's in your heart. People, we only can see the flesh and words and speculate. If we have the Holy Spirit, dots will connect if you pay attention to the signs of your life. Astrology signs, street signs, patterns, numbers, whatever you deem as a sign. Your truth. Which then leads to collective truth. And then the spirit in the season of truth. Especially if you have Leo placements. You have the truth inside of you. Some people probably don't, so the truth is not inside them. The father of lies. This is deep astrology. Deep symbolism. Deep symbolism. Deep symbolism. All right? The truth often stands alone. I make all these videos alone. People who tell the truth do it alone. Pay attention. They might have a few followers. In this day and age, a few followers is 1,000. 100,000, all that shit y'all see on stream and Twitch. Heaven is narrow, hell is wide. Think about that. Think about that. You know? The truth often stands alone. That's how you know you're probably watching truth, okay? When you see big collabs, jokes, and laughter, goofy gang, goofy, you dealing with some lies somewhere. So think about this, all right? Leo season is a season of truth. All my Leos, keep y'all head up. We go through August. I'm about to start banging out videos all August. You know, I say it a lot, but I've been busy. And truth is, I'm tired of not being more consistent on YouTube. I'm tired of not being more consistent with my spiritual things, right? Even basketball and astrology, right? I work so hard, but I'm talking about now. I don't like to live in the past. I don't like to live in the future. That's the thing about fixed fire also. Leo is a present sign, fixed. Not trying to start something like cardinal signs to start something in the future and start a legacy. Not mutable signs that's past, present, future. They're in the loop, out the loop, in the loop, out the loop. You know, shout out if you know astrology, right? This is what I'm saying. Fixed signs, hold it down. Present, understand how to till the land. Stay focused on the truth, right? That's why you should give an astrologer to get an advanced reading. Even just to watch my videos for spiritual knowledge, right? These words, what's the word? Suffice you in spiritual warfare. This is like spiritual food, spiritual manna. You gotta feed your spiritual man. Some of us don't even feed ourselves mentally. We don't read books. We don't read nothing positive. We just eat, and then we eat bad food, right? Fast food. Fast food for your brain and fast food for your spirit. That's what reels are sometimes. Videos like these, lengthy videos, tap in to your soul, man. All right? So Leo season, the season of truth. Don't lie to yourself. Peep game, see them patterns, right? All these things coming out. Nolan Wells, R.I.P., right? All the people who died during COVID, R.I.P. All the people who lost their life during the 2020s. All these weird medical incidences, right? A lot of people were sacrificed, R.I.P. You know, if you still living, you survived the mass real-time genocide. That's the truth. I used to see that shit on TV. The numbers were astounding. They used to have staggering numbers by state of people dying. Okay? Your life is worth it. It's Leo season. Be bold, be kind, stand on it, speak your truth. Talk to God about it. God will show you the truth. Sometimes the truth often has to stand alone, so don't be afraid. People will follow you when it's the right time. All right? Your tribe, your group, your clan, Leo energy. Watch Lion King slowly in reverse. That movie has a lot of truth. All right? It's your boy C4-3. This video is why Leo season is the season of truth. Vibe high. I catch y'all in the next video.